Hey, dude, you got some candy?
I suppose I do.
Give me.
All right then. And who are you?
I'm Randolph.
Randolph who?
Just Randolph.
Oh,
I want some more candy.
you know it's gonna rot your teeth.
I don't care about my teeth.
Ah, then fine, take it.
Yay!
Randolph, what are you doing over here?
My candy.
Have you been
to this guy?
Have you been bothering people again, Randolph?
I don't bother people.
And who might you be?
I'm Randolph's sister.
Do you have a name?
It's Daisy Miller.
Randolph!
He gave me candy.
I'm Daisy Miller. And you are? No, that's all right. It's a lovely day today, isn't it?
Indeed it is. I was just admiring it.
You know what would be good on a day like this?
What?
I'd like to go to the Castle Shion.
You mean that over there?
Yes, I do. I think it would be simply wonderful. However, I don't have anyone to take me. Maybe Eugenio would. He's our courier. But I don't think so.
Well, I know this area pretty well. Perhaps I should take you.
Would you? I simply couldn't stand it if you said that you would and then you didn't.
No, of course. I intend to take you.
Oh, when would we go?
As soon as possible.
How about tomorrow?
Perfect. But I should introduce myself first. I'm such a one. And where are you from, Miss Miller?
I'm from New York. My father is a doctor there, and he wanted me to see Europe, so here I am, traveling with my mother, my brother, and our courier, Eugenio.
And how are you liking Europe so far?
It's splendid. I do love the company, though there doesn't seem to me to be much society. There must be some somewhere. I just don't know where it's hiding itself. And what about you? What are you doing here?
I too am an American originally. I've lived in Geneva most of my life and am currently visiting my aunt here in Vivi, Switzerland.
Oh, who is your aunt?
Mrs. Costello.
Oh, I've never met her, though I hear she's positively lovely and very exclusive. See, Mother and I are also exclusive, but it's very nice to be exclusive.
Well, she isn't too exclusive to meet a new friend. You shall meet her as soon as possible.
That would be lovely.
Indeed. Come in. Ah, Frederick, my nephew. Hello, my dear aunt. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good. I just met a very interesting young lady in the garden.
Ah, and who could this young lady be?
Miss Daisy Miller.
The Millers? Not the Americans staying in this hotel.
Indeed. Do you know them?
Yes, I know of them, but they are too common for my liking.
I wouldn't say common. I might say uncultured.
And you expect me to meet those?
No, of course not.
Don't interrupt me when I'm speaking.
I'm terribly sorry, Aunt. Is there anything I can get you?
Yes, a book, please.
Which book?
Twilight.
Which one?
Breaking Dawn. Meet me in Rome.
This is a lovely castle here. I'm so glad you offered to take me.
I'm glad you're willing to come. You see, this castle has a lot of history. It was built in 1723 by the...
I don't think you told me how you got to be in Europe.
Well, I started schooling as a young boy, and I simply stayed here for college and for other reasons.
Oh, well, that's interesting, I suppose.
Do tell me about yourself.
Why Geneva, though?
Well, I suppose it was my mother's choice. She thought it a beautiful town and good schooling.
Well, I hope you're not going back anytime soon. That would be positively dreadful.
I'm afraid to tell you, Miss Miller, I am indeed returning the day after tomorrow.
How can you return the day after tomorrow? What about me?
Well, aren't you not indeed going to Rome?
That's incredibly selfish of you, to leave me right here in Vivi. How can you do this to me? Don't you care about me?
Of course, Miss Miller, but you have your brother, your mother, and your courier,
I can't hear this. No. to see me here in Rome?
Terribly sorry. I got caught up finding some old acquaintances.
Old acquaintances before new ones, I see.
I'm terribly sorry.
Miss Miller was just telling me about her new gentleman friend she's met.
Oh?
Oh, there are so many of them. I simply love the men here in Rome. They're so wonderful, and they all play piano. I'm just so enchanted with them, especially Mr. Giovanelli. He's simply wonderful. He plays piano, and he writes poetry for me, and he's simply darling. You really should meet him.
This relationship seems a bit improper for a young unmarried woman to walk around.
Why is that? I'm simply having fun, Mrs. Walker. Wouldn't you want me to have fun?
I suppose, but we can't cause a scandal now, can we?
I'm not causing a scandal. I'm simply having fun. Don't you understand that, Winterbourne?
I tend to agree with Mrs. Walker.
You are all very stiff. I'm afraid I have to meet Mr. Giovanelli. Excuse me. Simply terrible. Can you imagine? She's so mean.
Oh, I wouldn't worry that much about it. I mean, there's tens of
Miss
thousands.
Miller, get in here this moment.
Why should I? I'm out walking with Giovanelli, can't you see?
This is so improper. Get in here.
I don't think I will.
If you don't get in here this instant, you will be dead to me.
Then I guess I just will have to be dead to you.
Never in my life have I seen a young woman act like that.
Indeed, it was very rude of her to just discard your advice.
She'll find out soon enough what happens to young girls who do these type of things.
Do you really intend to cut her out of your circle?
Yes, of course, she will suffer the consequences.
Indeed, I think it is of the utmost importance that she learn that a proper young lady must not carry on this way.
Exactly.
It's a lovely party, Miss Walker.
Yes, it is. The only thing that would ruin it is if that awful Daisy Miller came.
Good evening, everyone. Mrs. Walker, it's lovely to see you. Mrs. Walker? Giovanelli, won't you play us a song on the piano, please? Sure.
Excuse me 1 second.
What was that with Mrs. Walker? I don't understand.
I told you that people think you improper.
How can that be? I'm only having fun with... Giovanelli, stop that music now! How could this have happened? I didn't do anything wrong.
You go all over town with Giovanelli and several other gentlemen.
I'm only having fun. I don't think there's any harm to it.
I'm afraid it doesn't seem that way to the elder women.
Well, I'm only trying to have fun. I wish that they would understand that. Giovanelli,